So in last class, like we have seen, whenever we want to develop REST API, what all things we should keep in mind. Okay. And today we will develop one REST API without an YAML file. And later after that, we will develop one REST API using YAML file. So two kind of API we will develop. One using YAML file without using YAML file. Okay. So before that, like we did Anypoint Studio setup, and I told everyone to download this. Not setup part. I told everyone to download it. So is there anyone like who are pending with the download part? Okay. So hope everyone completed the download. So now what you need to do? So once you will download, you will get software like this jar file. Okay. So what you need to do? Do right click, and like there are many tools to extract it, but 7-zip is very much compatible with this. Okay, I seen when I use any other software, sometime stereo is not working as expected. Okay, so I will suggest to download 7-zip, that is free and trial one. Okay, so you can use that 7-zip. Okay, so here I selected 7-zip and then extract to this. Okay, once you will click on this, you will get something like this. This one. You will get something like this. So what you need to do, copy this folder. Sorry, not that folder, copy this folder. Okay, copy this folder and go to C drive. Okay, and paste it here. Okay, after pasting, I renamed it. Okay, no, it's Endpoint Studio only. I haven't renamed. So I pasted here, and then I will go inside and click on this software, double click on this software. So this software will start. Okay, so can anyone who haven't set up, share your screen and I will guide you step by step, and other people will follow you. Any one of you can share your screen.
So Ravi, for Mac OS, is it like same or there is some
No,
difference in that?
process will be a bit different, so I will tell you. But let me see first for Windows, and then I will go for Mac. Anyone from Windows operating system who hasn't completed this setup, you can share your screen. If not, then I will go for Mac. Okay, it looks like everyone has already done. So yeah, Krishnandu, you can share your screen.
So I downloaded the software. So I don't know it's correct way it is started on that. Can I open the Anypoint Studio directly?
No, you completed the download.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, share your screen first. You have downloaded, then share your screen.
Yeah, there is some security settings there as well.
So this is already, you already started, so this is fine. You already completed the setup.
Okay.
Okay, so looks like setup wise everyone good. Okay, if still anyone facing problem, then yeah, you can connect with me later on. Now what we will do, so
Yeah.
we will do our first API. So before that, we'll understand what a kind of API we will develop. Okay, so here we are going to develop one REST API. Okay, once we will call that API, that API will return welcome to Mulesoft world. Okay, so first thing what we need to do, I will start the studio.
Ravi, can you please share the screen? Not
Okay,
visible.
so I will create new workspace for this training. Okay, I think December complete concept I already created.
Ravi, yesterday I downloaded, but sometimes means it getting warning like 250 characters more like that. Oh,
Yeah, so just change the location. Actually, you kept that folder or file in very big location. So
oh.
move it to some like maybe inside the C drive or just after the C drive.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Getting some like that. After that, I move to the C drive, then it's going fine.
Okay. So here, like we created this for Java code, like last time, if you remember. Now what we will do, we will create new mule application. Project name will give. So here, as I mentioned, we will create the API without using the YAML file. Okay, so YAML file I will not. And then click on finish. So this is the simple mule application without using YAML file. Okay.
Any particular naming standard for the project name?
That part I will tell you during at the time of real time project. Okay. At this moment, like many times there will be like hello world. It's not a functionality name, not like it will be difficult at this moment to give proper naming. Okay. But when we will start the real time project, we will able to give proper name.
Okay, okay, fine.
Okay. The first thing what we want to do here, whenever we want to develop a REST API, okay, well, let's say try to understand in this way. Now you want to send a parcel to your friend. Okay, so what thing will come in your mind? anyone, like you need to be active, then only you will understand the core concept. Okay, otherwise whatever I will do, you can also do. But the thing is, why I am doing this, you need to understand that part. Okay, then only you will get the core concept of MuleSoft. Okay, so it's very simple thing. Like when you are want to send the parcel to your friend. Okay, so what thing you need to keep in mind?
We'll
Means
think on
the
the address.
Yes, correct. So
and
address
code.
means how to call to that particular address. Or let's say in another way, if
So
you want to
communication channel.
order inside the restaurant, then what all thing? So how to call to waiter, or if you want to send the parcel, then how to call that particular address. So address will be one important thing. Okay. Second thing, what to send, what I will send
Yes, what
inside the parcel. That is also important thing. Okay. And third thing, how you will get
the
acknowledged.
communication channel, like courier. Okay.
Sorry.
Like the communication channel, like courier or post office, or how we will be sending.
Yes. Yes. So that part, okay, that is also important thing, but that part is not important here since we already decided we will go with MuleSoft. Okay.
Okay.
But now we need to understand if you will go through MuleSoft, then first thing, how to call that particular MuleSoft. Means how to get that particular address, how to reach to that particular address. So address will be important thing. What to send, okay, and how you will get acknowledged that your parcel has been delivered. Correct. So first thing, first thing, an important thing, how to call, like how to provide the address where parcel will go. Okay. So whenever you are calling any REST API, so first important thing, address of the REST API. Okay. If you want to call any REST API, so how you will call? So you need to provide the address of the REST API. Okay. Last day also we seen HTTP, then host and port, then base path, then URI, everything you need to put to call that REST API. And then you need to put method also. Okay. So here, whenever we are calling any REST API, we need to call their address. So same way, whenever someone will develop any REST API, he need to expose their API, the REST API, and he need to provide all the address there. If someone will call, then he will be worried about the address of the API, how to call this API. But if you are developing your REST API, so whenever you are developing any REST API, first thing you need to do, you need to provide the address of your API so someone can call your API. Okay. So for that part, we have HTTP connector. Okay. Now you will say what is connector. So whenever you are connecting with any external system, okay, either you are connecting with external system or some external system will connect with you. Whenever I am using term as a you means REST API. So whenever REST API will connect with any external system like database, Salesforce, JMS, file, FTP, SFTP, third-party API. Okay, whenever REST API will connect with any of this external system, then he need connector to connect with that external system. And whenever REST, someone will connect with REST API. Okay, like we want to expose our API to someone, then also we will use the connector. Okay. So there are many 200 plus connectors are available in Salesforce, sorry, in MuleSoft. Okay. Whatever system you want to connect, for most of the system, connectors are already there. Very rarely, very rarely you will find to connect with any system, connector is not there. Okay, in that case, you can create your own connector. Okay, that is known as custom connector. So no need to worry on that part at this moment, custom connector. But I'm just telling you, like you might think what will happen if connector is not already existing connector. There are some system and connectors are not there. Then you can create the custom connector, but very rarely you will feel that since Mulesoft has 200 plus connector and whatever system you want to connect, definitely there will be a connector. If not, then you can create custom connector. Okay, so connector, as I mentioned, it helps Mulesoft to connect with any external system. Either Mulesoft will call that or Mulesoft will expose themselves so other can connect. Okay, so here we are developing the REST API, so we will expose ourselves as a REST API. In that case, we will use HTTP connector. Okay, now every connector has multiple operations. That means whenever you will connect with any connector, you need to perform some operation. Okay, so what operation you will perform? Based on that, you need to select. So here, if you want to expose your API as a REST API, okay, then you will use HTTP listener. But if you want to call any REST API, then you will use HTTP requester. Correct? If you want to expose your API as a REST API, then you will use HTTP listener. And if you want to call any REST API, then you will use HTTP. So here, what we will do first, we will expose our API as a REST API. So I use the HTTP listener. So what I did, I dragged it and I dropped it here. Okay. Automatically in backend, it will generate one code. Okay. So you don't need to worry about this, how to write this code. You need to just understand how to drag and drop and why we are dragging dropping this component. Okay. Now you need to click on this listener and you can see connector configuration. Okay. So click on this plus symbol and here you will provide the address of this API. Okay. So in address, you can see we have first thing protocol. As I mentioned earlier also, protocol means set of rule by which we perform the data transfer. Okay. So here we have option of HTTP and HTTPS. So we are going to use HTTP. Then this is the host. Okay, this is the host means IP address where our application, which address our application will deploy. Okay, so if someone want to connect, they need to call this IP address. Then second is port. Port means with address, there will be multiple port. So in that application, in that address, which port we are going to deploy our applications. This is the port. Okay. So once you will configure all these things, you can check whatever host and port you use, that host and port is available or not. Okay, if some other application is using that host and port, then you will not able to use. Okay, so you can perform this test connection. Okay, so test connection is successful. That means this address is available. So we can use this address to deploy our application. Click on OK. Now second thing is path. So we reach in that particular society. Okay. Now inside that society, what is the house number for that particular resource, what we want to call? Okay, so here need to give the path. So I will give like hello world. So this part of configuration is done. Like we are good to expose our API as a REST API. Okay. Now, second thing, what we will do, we will return hello world. Okay. So for that purpose, it's not we are connecting with external system. It's within the application. So to perform different activity, we have core components. Okay, you can click on core and you can see we have different kind of components for different purpose. Okay, so whatever you can see, 80% component we will cover in this training program. If you component you will never use, so we will not spend much time there. But out of this 32, we will cover around 25. Okay, so now here we will do the processing. So what processing we will do? So we will call like whenever we want to send any response to our API. Okay, so we need to set that response inside the payload. So here we will set the payload. Okay, so to set the payload, what we will do? We will use set payload component. Okay, so here we need to write the DataView code. I will teach you DataView part. Okay, I will not teach you complete DataView since DataView itself is a 1 month course. Okay, but I will help you to do kickstart and I will help you to understand some commonly used function. And then you people will go through those rest part of the database. So I will give you resources from where you will do learning. Okay, but I will help you to do kickstart. I will help you to understand some commonly used function which we use very frequently, and rest of the function which we don't use very frequently, but you should know. I will give you resource and from there you need to do learning. So it will not be 1 day activity. It will take around 1 month. So slowly you need to go through whenever you have free time. So that part, database part will start soon. But at this moment, if you want to pass the simple string data, okay, our API will return simple hello world. So you don't need to do much. Just type here what you want to send inside the double inverted comma. So I want to send
Ravi,
response
how we define set payload? Like, what is the definition?
set payload. Which one? This one? Okay. So you can actually, no one will ask the definition, but yeah. So set payload is Mulesoft component which help us to configure the payload, or you can say response payload of the API. But
Sure.
no one will ask about this component as a definition. Okay. So set payload, like generally, whatever your last payload will be there in your processing, in this API processing, whatever your last payload will be there, that payload will be response of your API. Why this will happen, I will tell you later on. At this moment, I don't want to teach you advanced concept. Okay. So whatever last payload. So here, what is the last payload? This set payload, and what we are displaying here. Hello world. Okay. So This is very simple API where we are exposing our API as a REST API. So we use the HTTP listener, and here we are we want to send the response like hello world. So we use the set payload and we configure this response here. Okay, now what we will do, we will deploy this application and we will test this application. So to deploy this application, there are multiple ways. Let's start with the easiest way. Do right click and run project. First option. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here you can see deployment is completed. This application is deployed and it's deployed successfully. Okay, so application started successfully. So I want to test this API. Okay, again to test this API, there are multiple tools available in market. Okay, but we are going to use the one of the commonly used tool, that is Postman. So how to install the Postman? Again, we'll go to internet. So here you will type download Postman. Okay, and click on this link. You can see based on the operating system, it will identify automatically and it will ask you to download. So click on this link. So downloading started. Okay. Once downloading will be completed, then you can put it some location or maybe in download location only, but I have already in another location. E uh, here I've already. So this is the software. So what you need to do, you need to double click on this and it will ask 1 or 2 times. Okay. You need to do okay, okay, and it will work. Okay, so here click on new HTTP request, and here need to provide the detail. Okay, so first thing, what protocol we used? We used HTTP. Okay, then what is the host and port? Host we used 0.0.0.0. And what port we used? 8081. Okay, and that what path we used? We used as a hello world. Okay, so this is the detail of our API, and what method we used? We used default method, that is get method. So here also we'll keep default and now call that API. Okay, so you can see when I call this API, I got this response. And here, if you see in, we haven't kept any log, so no log is coming, but so this is the response of our API. So this is very simple API we developed and we got this response. So now everyone want to everyone need to do same thing. Okay, to make sure your setup is good and everything is fine. So I will give 10 minutes, and within 10 minutes, everyone need to develop the same API using same process. Okay, so it's 8:13 Indian time. So within 8:23, everyone need to do same thing in your system and test it and let me know everything. So once you will complete, you can put in chat like done. In chat, you can put as a comment like done, you have done. Okay, Saran, yes, you can ask your question.
Yeah, Ravi, it's by mistake clicked.
Okay, okay, no problem. So everyone do this same API development in your system to make sure your setup is done and you understand till this point, whatever concept I have given, you got it. Okay, so I'm on mute till 8:23, and then in between,
Uh,
whenever you will complete, you will put in chat you have done.
yeah, Ravi, one error is coming in this actually in MacBook.
Yes, share your screen.
Yeah, one second.
Others can start the development.
Yeah, okay, Ravi.
So you're able to see my screen?
Yes, package this. There is an error running on the project hello world mule app. Okay, so yeah, click on OK. Let's go to top. Scanning the project is slowly go down. Think your Maven is not working, so you need to do installation of Maven.
Okay.
You need to install the Maven and you need to install the Java also. So Java is already there in your system.
No, no, it's not there.
Okay, so you need to complete the Java and Maven installation. By default, it's not working for your MacBook. For Windows and all, it use the inbuilt Java and Maven, but in your case, it's not working. So I'm not sure, like you will face lots of this kind of problem. So if anyway, if you can arrange this window laptop from anyone for 2 months, then it will be easy for you also. Okay, check once. If not, then we'll see what other we can do. Okay, so everyone work on this and let me know once you are done. Just not able to download, we'll do after the class. Okay, Satya.
So can you tell me like how to download Java Maven file?
Yeah, just Java and Maven is very easy available software. Just click on download Java, download Maven. You will get link. Or maybe you can follow any blog, how to download Java in MacBook, how to download Maven in MacBook. You will get many blogs and just follow the steps what they have mentioned.
Ravi, are you there?
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, I seen only 2-3 people has completed. What about others? One person has some issue with network, and also Satya part he is unable to do. But what about others? I can see only Satish completed and RT has completed. Only 2% has completed. What about, see, this kind of thing you must need to do in class only. Okay, Saran also completed. See, if I will do faster, then it will be difficult for you people. You people will not able to have the good concept and good understanding. We have few people has network issue and some other issue. Okay, what I will suggest. So today I will not take any other concept. First, you people need to complete your software setup. Do this small POC, what we did for Hello World. Okay, be ready with all the setup, and from next class onward, tomorrow is Monday, so let it be. But Tuesday I will try to arrange one class. Okay. So from next class onward, you people need to do POC together only. Sometime together, sometime I will give as an assignment. Okay. But to make sure your studio has proper setup and you are like your studio had good setup and you are able to do all the POC and everything, do this particular assignment like what I did. Okay. And inform me in WhatsApp group also once you are done. And if you people are facing any problem, let me know. I will arrange doubt session. While doing this POC, something like some you are unable to deploy, you are unable to test, let me know in group. I will arrange the doubt session. Okay, fine then. We are good for today. Let's connect on Tuesday. I will try to arrange one class.
Ravi, one more doubt. Where to see in background these logs? Means Anypoint Studio logs.
Sorry.
Means Anypoint Studio logs. Where to see in the background? Means any particular
Log
folder.
and all. Okay,
Means
will cover all those things. Okay. At this moment, we are at the initial, very beginning stage. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. We'll see that.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone.